So if you're like me and a lot of film shooters out there, you might find yourself starting with a 35mm camera or a 6x4.5 camera. They're relatively cheap and inexpensive to get into, and you get more shots per roll to practice. But once you shoot that for a while, you might want something that has a bigger negative, so you might step up to 6.45, and then you might step up to a 6x7, and then eventually you might make it to large format, which is 4x5. The benefits of 4x5 film are the extremely big negative that allows more information compared to other film sizes, and wonderful lenses that will give you this dreamy bokeh and super sharp detail. The downsides of 4x5 is that it takes longer to set up, getting your shot is a monotonous process, and you only get a couple shots per sheet of film. The main benefit with shooting portraits on 4x5 is that you get this dreamy bokeh and extremely shallow depth of field. So you can kind of see right here what I'm talking about with a larger negative. This is on 6x4.5. You get that nice separation with a extremely shallow depth of field, and it almost makes the subject look 3D in appearance. So when you see the negative of the 6x4.5 and actually compare it to the large format negative, you can see just how much bigger it is compared to the medium format negative. So if you don't want to get into 4x5 film yet, one of the ways that you can emulate the look of 4x5 is to do something called the Brenizer method. And what you do is you take one photo of your subject, just the main focus that you want your picture to be, and then you won't change focus at all, and you'll just go around and take shots of the environment around your subject. So that's what I tried to do, and I took these with the Mamiya 645 with the 80mm 1.9, and I used some Pan F Plus, which is a 50 speed film, and you definitely want your film speed to be low because you want the f-stop to be as low as possible so you can get that dreamy, shallow depth of field look. So what I would do is take the first straight on shot, and then I would move down, and then I would move to the bottom left, the middle, the top left, the top right, the side right, and then the bottom right. And I would scan these like normal with my DSLR or mirrorless camera, convert them with Negative Lab Pro, and I would just do this for everyone, cropping out the white borders. And as you can see, you have the different stitch shots that you will be creating the panorama with. Once you have all those picked out, you'll pick out each little frame and then go to Photo Merge on Photoshop or Lightroom and click Merge. And this is the result that I got. It turned out kind of like I imagined. In comparison, this is the normal shot on the 645, and then here's a nice side-by-side that you get. You can see how much more information is on the left, the top, and the bottom, and it just creates that nice 3D look, and you just get more space on the side with the bokeh, and it makes that image look like it's a larger negative. So the next thing that I did was the exact same thing, but this time I did a full-length body portrait, and again this was the normal shot with the 81.9 shot wide open, and then this is the stitched panorama shot, and you can see on the left and the right how much more space of the actual scene you can show. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was definitely an interesting experiment. I don't think I'll be doing it again in the future. If I want to get the 4x5 look, I'll either just shoot with the 645 and the 81.9, because I did after the fact of this experiment, and the images I get out of that are perfectly fine, and they don't look like 4x5 obviously, but it does create that nice 3D look, and I really like that a lot. But for me, the next logical step is to get a 4x5 camera eventually, after I get a little more practice with 6x7 and just getting my technique down, but I definitely look forward to doing that. If you guys have any questions, just let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them, and I will see you in the next one.